Yeah, we got the new setup, and I'm gonna act like that last thing didn't even happen. I don't know. They said somebody was at the gate, so we had to go check. Well, I had to go check because nobody should be at the gate. So I went to go find out. So we're gonna act like nothing happened, and that's that. How's everybody doing? Does anybody have a problem with that? Is that like a thing? Like, does anybody care? I bet. Let's just get into it. All right, y'all. We'll jump right into it. It isn't Monday. It isn't the first, but I got to play the song anyway. New studio. Let me see. Everything is looking good. Everything's looking good. I mean, shout out to oh, I see. My bad, y'all. Shout out to Loner. I know Loner gets upset with me, but I think it's funny that he does. He's gonna be like, "Where did you?" Thanks, Loner. I appreciate you. I will email you this one right to your Dropbox. That's what we're gonna do. That's the thing. Yeah, we'll get it to the Dropbox. I promise when he sees it, it'll make total sense as to why. Probably should have just started this way anyway. Loner gonna be sick. I know he's gonna be mad. Man, what a different time. We having a wonderful day.
And I won't fight with my wives. It's the first of the month. And I'll be smoking, joking, rolling, bustin', sipping on 40 ounces again. Come, we got the plus and rum. All night we high.
I don't even kill this. I'm a fan. It's Kasabian Lavoe Show. What's going on, beautiful people? The microphone looks like it's super crooked. It's really not. It's facing right in front of me. What a great song, right? What a different time. I swear we was just live maybe like a minute ago, but y'all didn't see that. I don't know what happened. The hat, the fur. It's a new studio. The AC's broken. That's what happened in the last video. I'm dead ass. So again, ChatGPT writes the intro. We missed Monday because we weren't ready for the studio unveiling, but here we are chilling like villains. Sorry about what just happened, but you didn't even see it, so it didn't even happen. Loner's gonna be upset. I'm never gonna hear the end of that. I'll tell you that right now. ChatGPT writes the intro. We do the show. I promise you it's gonna be a good one. And ChatGPT seems to be on some barefoot positive vibes. So let's just get into it again. My name is Kasabian Lavoe. Welcome back to the show. We're live from Las Vegas, and this is episode 490, and I'll be your host with talent on loan from God. Let's see what ChatGPT got to say. Hello, what's going on, beautiful people, and welcome to the Kasabian Lavoe Show, where we explore the melodies of life and the harmonies of the world around us. Today, as we tune into the frequencies of current events, we found ourselves amidst a diverse melody of stories that weave together, the fabric of our shared existence. This is wild. In the realm of music, whispers about Lizzo bidding farewell to the stages, also leaving fans and both critics in awe. Honestly, nobody gives a fuck. We really don't. Can we just be honest? Meanwhile, the digital landscape trembles as the revelation of AT&T data leaks leaves us to ponder the fear and the far reach of implications for individuals and communities alike. I mean, this happens every week now. Get used to it. As the sun sets over the golden hills of California, recent mudslides have left locals stranded, a stark reminder of Mother Nature's unpredictability. Another unpredictable symphony. And yet amidst the chaos, there's a glimmer of hope as Wegovy finds itself being embraced by Medicare Part D, offering a lifeline for those navigating through the complexities of weight loss management. So join us, dear listeners, as we embark on a journey through the melodies and rhythms of today's headlines, where every beat tells a story and every story has its own unique cadence. Welcome to the Kasabian Lavoe Show. ChatGPT killed that. Couple stories today. Wasn't really nothing going on. Can I tell y'all this though? In all honesty, I've just realized that there's levels to sushi, and I'm not built for them. We went to go have sushi, and I wanted to have sea urchin. Okay, I've seen them get it. It looked cool. I wanted to try something cool. I thought I'd be fancy and get some sea urchin. I started gagging like a bitch. Didn't want to play with that nasty poop looking shit. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to cuss so much. I started gagging with the sea urchin. I felt bad because it was really expensive. And then I ordered like the fanciest sushi they had. So it was like one slice of meat, but it was all raw meat. So pause. Trying to eat like salmon that's not cooked and like yellowtail, it's just hard. I'm just not made like, I'm not built like that. Oh my God. I realized sea urchin is not for me. I shouldn't be eating that type of shit. Oh my God. I get queasy. Oh, I don't even talk about it. All right, let's get into the show. I apologize for any confusion from earlier. I had a fur hat on. That did happen, but not in the studio. Let's just get into the show. We'll upload it later. I'm sorry, Loner. I really am. Let's get to this first story. It's out of Vibe magazine. Lizzo may be throwing in the towel when it comes to her music career. In a cryptic Instagram post from Friday, the About Damn Time singer opens up about being slandered in the name of clout and views, and concludes the post with 2 words: I quit. 35-year-old expressed, I'm getting tired of putting up with being dragged by everyone in my life on the internet. Lizzo noted that her initial goal was to make music and make people happy and help the world be a little bit better. And then she found, make the world a little bit better than how she found it. But she feels like the world doesn't want her. That's literally how it is starting to feel like the world doesn't want her in it. That hurt my feelings. That fucked me. Like, I honestly was like, okay, this isn't cool. Her mental health is being affected. If I was Lizzo, run with the bag. Unless you're like in debt to the label, run with the bag. Just go take it and disappear. You've probably escaped a lot of the harder troubles that you've endured. Be honest with you, like what the little cancellation thing that happened. Okay, it's over. You had your wave, deuces. But then today she's right back on the internet lying. This is all a gimmick. It's a rollout. Everything's a rollout. Everything is what's going to sell my album, how to get more sales, how to get people to give a shit. And that's how you play us. I hope nobody purchases this. It's just like Adam's little post on April Fool's. I thought it was real. That shit was gross. It's not even funny. Data leaks scare me. And when it comes to phone companies, they literally have all the information that anybody would need. Stories out of CBS News. Millions of current and former AT&T customers learned over the weekend that hackers have likely stolen their personal information and are sharing it on the dark web. AT&T on Saturday said it doesn't know if the massive data breach originated from AT&T or one of its vendors, but it has launched a robust investigation into the causes of this incident. The data breach is the latest cyber attack AT&T has experienced since its leak in January of 2023 that affected 9 million users. By contrast, Saturday's much larger breach impacted 73 million current and former AT&T account holders. AT&T has seen several data breaches over the years that range in size and impact. AT&T said the breach on Saturday affected 7.6 million current users and 65.4 million former AT&T customers. That may be you. Now, for all my Californians, it's been raining a lot and there's been a lot of mudslides. So bad that they got stuck on the PCH. Like it's like you're losing road. That happened here in Vegas a couple years ago when people were headed up north. The whole 15 washed away. Cars were getting washed away in the flooding and everything. It was amazing. The stories out of The Guardian. A famous California highway remains closed on Monday after a portion of the road collapsed, leaving nearly 2,000 travelers stranded during Easter weekend. A section of the California Highway 1, which winds along the state cliffs overlooking the Pacific Ocean. Damn, my bad. I'm just itching on camera. overlooking the Pacific Ocean crumbled during a major storm on Saturday, said the Associated Press. Some stranded motorists were forced to sleep in their cars, the San Francisco Chronicle reported. Others had to stay in local hotels and they were being used as emergency shelters. It's kind of scary when the road doesn't hold up. Mudslides are pretty much unstoppable unless there's greens and there's trees and roots and things of that nature. The vegetation is what keeps the ground from falling apart. No vegetation, it slides. So if you didn't know, when there's fires, those trees die. When those trees die, the next time it rains, there's usually mudslides. When all the roots die and the roots aren't holding the earth together, it's basically just flimsy. It's kind of like when they put rebar in concrete, same thing. The roots are, God's rebar. And most of the places in the West are damaged by fires, and this happens very often. I mean, it's almost like a fire season, right? And this is some of the repercussions of fires. You get this weak land. Be careful, be safe, and be careful, because that's nasty. That's not cool. So Trump walked in and said he'll pay cash. That's amazing. Stories out of the Daily Beast. Last week, an appeals court issued an 11th hour ordering allowing the former president to put up just $175 million and adding an extra 10 days to deliver it. Donald Trump and his co-defendants on Monday secured a $175 million bond in the civil fraud case in New York after an appeals court agreed to throw them a bone last week, temporarily reducing the $454 million judgment handed down to them as an appeals process payout. The post of the bond will keep the New York authorities, including Attorney General Letitia James, from attempting to seize his assets, including some of his prized real estate properties. The sum was issued by Knight Specialty Insurance Company, according to a court filing. Ooh, Knight Specialty. Fancy. Now, this doesn't mean he's in the green, but I'm pretty sure when he becomes president, as anybody would, he's going to rain hell on them for what they're doing to him. Again, $500 million liquid is disgusting. And who has that? All right. So as I told you before, I'm in the corporate sector and I am in health insurance. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I do in health insurance. I'm not like an agent that sells it. I work in training and just a whole nother other stuff. So this is very interesting. Wegovy is a medication that's used for diabetics, but it has a side effect that helps people lose weight. So when people are overweight, it causes more than one health concern and issue in the body. One of the bigger ones with weight gain and being overweight is going to be a weak heart or cardiovascular disease. Wegovy helps you lose weight, yes, but it's not a weight loss drug, and Medicare does not cover any weight loss medications. So this is interesting as to why they are going to cover Wegovy. So let's get into this. Stories out of Forbes. Wegovy, a popular weight loss drug. It's not, though. It's a diabetic medication. Wegovy, a popular weight loss drug in high demand, can now be covered by Medicare and Medicaid provided patients using it as heart disease. One more time. Covered by Medicare and Medicaid provided patients using it that have heart disease. They missed something there. Why is it like that? The health plans operating in the Medicare D outpatient program could provide limited access to patients who are overweight or obese and have pre-existing cardiovascular disease. A recent trial that enrolled over 17,000 participants demonstrated that Wegovy reduced the risk of heart attack and stroke and cardiovascular disease by 20% compared to a placebo. The participants were overweight or obese and had established cardiovascular disease, but not diabetes. Now that Medicare will cover Wegovy, many other drug manufacturers will also look to get approved. This is where it gets kind of sketchy. Like, they all want to just jump in now and get approved to be anti-obesity medications. If they're able to demonstrate the benefits beyond weight loss, it's kind of a caveat. Medicare is prohibited by law to cover medications that solely treat obesity. So because obesity has so many comorbidities, Wegovy is going to be covered to assist with weight loss for cardiovascular reasons and for heart health, which is very interesting. I don't think it's a bad thing, but I think it's something that should be talked about more, and people need to be careful while taking these medications. Please talk to your doctor and don't buy this off the street. I've heard so many stories of people buying these medications off the street. Don't do that. Stop buying stuff off the street. Okay, it's not good for you. I saw a video of a man that said he hurt his back and he bought some pain pills off the street. There was fentanyl in the pills, and he was on that fentanyl stuff for like 13 hours. And the police had a video, their body cam video of him going crazy for like 14 hours straight. Pretty nuts. Keep your nose clean. Don't play with that stuff. But that's the show. I'm glad y'all like the studio. Thank you for being here. I apologize again, the loner. But, nope. My name is Kasabian. Live in the moment, don't live in the past. Be safe, stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you. Wine.